Here we go. Kind of fits. Ready?
Yep.
Good
morning.
Too much of a heads up. Good morning. Oh, I'm looking at yarn over here that we're almost out of. Oh well.
Oh,
Hello.
don't look too closely everywhere.
Don't look behind the curtain. We're out of yarn.
So much.
Yeah. Only certain colors, which if that's what you're looking for. Oh no. So hi. Welcome to the Sun Dragon Sideshow.
The VSC edition.
Did you forget what day it was?
No.
Hi.
The most dangerous show of the week.
Oh, sorry, I didn't let her get her line out.
It's okay.
There's nobody back there with cue cards, so Hi, I'm Rebecca. I'm the owner of Sun Dragon Art and Fiber. In sunny, but the weather thingy told me it was going to rain today, Brevard, North Carolina.
I'm Liz. I'm the minion there. Speaking issues today.
And memory issues and all kinds of things. I don't know. Well,
it's morning. I blame it on morning.
I fear worst case scenarios when that happens, but it is morning. I had coffee and dirt herbs this morning, and I'm still working on waking up. I took a pile of packages to the post office this morning that was almost as tall as me.
And oddly enough, I still have more to pack up because
look, I will mark later the things that we took to the post office. We still have probably about 9 or 10.
Which means you took another third today.
Yeah.
So
11 one day, 13 the next, and then whatever's left. Maybe today. We'll see. This is not the yarn of the week, product of the week, but I had to make a commentary. This is a colorway called White Squirrel Shuffle. It is not on sale this week, but the story happened today, so I have to tell the story today. I watched a White Squirrel Shuffle in front of my car today on the way to work. So
the shuffle.
Yes, but it was just he was on the side of the road, and I'm in Conisty, and I'm driving, and I slow down, and he went the panic like and then finally ran off the road. Like not like car's coming, go, car's coming. Let me do a jig jog on the asphalt and then let me run.
Silly squirrel.
Of course, I can't really blame it on the white squirrel because about 100 yards down the road, a gray squirrel did the exact same thing. They both shuffled. So, but Brevard's known for their white squirrels. So, makes me want to get back to my socks. So let's talk about what is on sale this week. And it is related to it. Some of it gives me all kinds of work to do today. And so if it rains and nobody comes in, although rain could mean people come in, I don't know. By the time it airs, our sit and stitch will probably be over. But I warned everyone for sit and stitch from 10 to 12 that it might rain. And our sit and stitch, all of our group activities are outside weather dependent. So if it rains, that means we say huddle under the gazebo or go home because we don't really have the capacity inside to just move stuff inside. So we'll see. Because I told people it was going to rain. If people paid attention to social media, they may not come, and then it won't rain, and then that's how it works, right? So but we got a new yarn in yesterday, which I'm very excited about, just to have another summer option. And I started a new project last night. So we're going to advertise the yarn I'm using for my new project because yay.
It was quite fun to watch you play with Mohair in the wind outside.
Yes. And then last night I was trying to play with Mohair while there was a lot going on at night. And the project, the pattern I still had to think about, and my brain was melting out my ears. Let's start with that then. This is my how much I got done on my, as you can see in person now, on my Stephen West Rain or Shine shawl. And the thing with the Stephen West shawl that I was fascinated by, and I told you all about yesterday, and I'm like, well, I guess I'll start it, is you hold, and I don't know about my color choices anymore, but I'm gonna see it through. So I like the colors, how they blend. I'm like, you hold 2 colors of mohair together and you switch out one every 8 rows. And so you get this kind of like subtle shifting color thing. And I think I like it. but
I like it, and I can see the color changes where yesterday you were like, I cannot see them. I can see them.
okay, cool. And so one of the mohairs, the Sugar Bush mohair that is not on sale this week. Sugar Bush went out of business, but we still had a butt ton of their mohair. And now it's kind of sketch. It's kind of like some colors we have a lot of and some colors we have nothing left of. This shawl takes 50 grams of 5 colors. Now, your traditional ball of mohair, like this, sometimes it comes in twists like hedgehog fibers and fancier stuff. And those might be 50 grams, but these are 25 grams. So you need 2 balls of 5 colors to make this shawl. And so we have random amounts of Sugar Bush, maybe not enough to do a whole lot of this shawl. And I didn't want to do this shawl in a yarn that we couldn't get back in again. Like someone last night was like, oh, perfect, use up the Sugar Bush. But if I make a sample in Sugar Bush and then someone wants those colors, I'm screwed. So, or it just makes my customer unhappy. So, and then also the one mohair that we have a decent quantity in stock of, we're out of like 1 color, but we can get back in, has sparkle in it. So, and yeah, it's either like sparkle.
I'm good.
So
I
I picked 5 colors that have sparkle in them. And right now I'm actually holding wine and teal together and again, sparkle. Look,
Yep,
you can kind of
see
see
the
the sparkle. These all, it's okay. Let me not hold you in suspense any longer. Lana Gatto Silk Mohair Lux. LUX. The looks is the sparkle. All the colors we're going to talk about today that are mohair and they're fuzzy have sparkle in them. All of them. So if you want sparkle, get this on sale. Remember, you have to use the code product of the week with spaces and only do it once this product is in that category. Go check out the online category. You need to use the code to save 15%, but you save 15% until next Wednesday when we change it. All of these have sparkle. So if you buy them and get them and say, what? There's sparkle. I didn't want sparkle. I'm telling you now for like the 10th time, there are sparkle in all of these mohair colors. The ones that are on sale. So I'm using wine and teal and silver and mauve, which is like my favorite of the colors, I gotta say. Excuse me. And navy. These are my 5 colors. These 5 somewhat bright colors are giving me this when they're blended, when they are marled. So we could put together some kits for this shawl, but I still think if you buy them this week at 15% off, you'll save more than any reduction we make on putting a kit together. So there's 10 skeins of yarn in this shawl. Just keep that in mind. All right, Liz, read some stats.
Lana Gatto is Silk Mohair Lux is 78% Super Kid mohair, 14% silk, 4% nylon, 4% polyester. You get 230 yards per bowl. What are you looking for?
You go. I'm
Okay.
finding. I'm assuming.
Hand wash, lay flat, dry. They're recommending a size 3mm needle. Yeah.
I'm knitting on a 5, which is a 3.75, I believe. And I've been going back and forth on whether this is the right needle for the job. Because I'm wondering if I should have done it on a bigger one. But I'm also realizing if I block this when I'm done, it will get bigger. So
It
yeah,
is
and I'm
25
again
gram ball.
I'm double stranded. Go ahead.
And
Sorry.
we are retailing them for $15.95.
$15.95, 15% off this week with the code product of the week. Once it's in that category, I think this row I'm on. Yeah, I just get to knit across. So let's go. So the colors I just mentioned, there is teal. Double check that it's actually called teal.
I don't know. This one doesn't have a sticker on it.
What?
That's weird. I don't know.
Okay, I think it's called
Navy.
teal. Navy.
Wine. We have a little bit of lavender.
So lavender as opposed to the mauve.
Lavender's lighter.
It's lighter and fluffier. I mean, they're all fluffy. It's a lighter purple. The mauve is a little warmer and a little darker. So there is a black, which I did not choose for my colors. We are out of the ivory. And the black's called ebony, by the way. And we're out of the ivory, which is white. I might try to get it back in, but I cannot promise anything.
And the tan is a pale peach.
It's like a peachy pink, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's called tan. It's one of those weird things.
And then we also have just a couple of the light blue.
Yes.
Which is almost periwinkle.
Almost. And silver really is a really, really light gray. Super light gray is the silver. And I think that's it. We have about 10 colors. So mohair and sparkle. And honestly, if you wanted to hold one strand of mohair, not do a double stranded mohair project, one strand of this mohair held with any other yarn will soften the color or change the color and will add sparkle.
Yes.
So like Liz's project doesn't have the sparkle one, but has the Keswick that she was working on, or Keswick yesterday. The color will change when the mohair is held with it. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Anyway, so the other yarn that I'm gonna try to get, we're both just sitting here knitting. This is what happens when I knit, Liz.
I know.
It's crazy.
You can't talk.
I kind of am. We brought in a cotton and a color changing cotton at that. And oh, it's so fun. Well, I haven't played with it yet, but I'm imagining it's fun. It's 100% cotton, right?
Yes.
So it's from Universal Yarn, which we get some of our color changing, our self-patterning sock yarn. We have a few other nice basics from Universal Yarn. And when I saw this, I was like, ooh, it's DK weight. So it's a little thinner than worsted, but it could be used for like washcloths and stuff and more stable stuff.
It's nice and soft.
But it's also soft. So I think it would probably be good for tops and things too. Oh, yeah. And we've got, it's called Cotton Supreme Waves. And actually, I think online and in the title, I'm going to give it, it's Cotton Supreme DK Waves, even though the label just says Cotton Supreme Waves. And some of the color changing is more solid and some of it is more like stonewash speckly. So I thought this was fun. We've experimented with, I want to say like 8 colors. And read some stats, Liz.
Read some stats. It is 100 grams will get you 230 yards. 100%.
Which for sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I'll you finish.
Okay. 100% cotton. It is recommending a US 6 or a 4 millimeter needle, US H or a 5 millimeter hook. Machine wash, warm, tumble, dry.
So what I was going to say is 230 yards may sound like it's just a hair thinner than worsted according to like regular wool weights, but cotton is always a little heavier. So whereas with a DK, you might be expecting to get 250 yards or more out of a DK, cotton is heavier. So per 100 grams, a thinner yarn of cotton is still going to get you only like our worsted weight cottons that are a twist cotton like this, like just twisted up cotton, you only get like 185 yards. Whereas with the wool, you might get 200. So that's, just in case you wanted info and stats on stuff, something like that. So, yeah. So let's start with the more solidy ones. I feel like we only got like 3. I'm only seeing 3
yes,
here.
there are only 3.
You've got
and
that. Okay.
I pulled out 2 of every ball because
I should have gotten 4. No, when we started with 6 and then we expanded to 8 colors.
Yeah.
That's why. Okay.
Yeah,
she got out 2 of every ball because they're skeined. They might look different skein to skein.
Yeah.
Based on where they start.
We cannot get, if you buy them online, we can't guarantee which.
That's going to look exactly
Yeah.
like the one online. It'll be the right colorway though, because hold that one up, Liz. This is the same colorway. But it's skeined in a different spot. So it starts in a different spot, but we have the same colors there.
It is Equator color number 910.
Equator. Nice.
Yes.
Okay. And we've got greens and blues and like I see 3 shades of blue at least, like not quite navy. And then like it's softer than like super bold, but it's like if I had to, I would say navy, royal, and aqua.
Yeah.
but they're not like super intense of those colors. They're just solid. And then the green, like as the navy changes to green, there might be a darker green in there, but it's more of a like, what color
It's
green would you
almost
call
like
that?
a teal, a green teal, because the blue bleeding into the green.
That's on the
ins-
aqua side, I feel
Yeah.
like. But on the navy side, it's almost like a little bit of a dirty forest green in there.
Yeah.
Just for like a few meters, probably. The green, it's like, I would say Slimer green.
Yeah.
It's
bright.
a neon bright green. And what's fascinating is on yours, like there's 2 chunks of green and there's only 1 on mine. So skein to skein, there's going to be different amounts of stuff. It's very possible that Liz's has a tie in it somewhere where it's not just shifting the same way this one is to get the 2 chunks of green in there. Knots happen in yarn.
But
It's,
we don't know.
and it'll still be pretty. It's all good. So this is Equator.
I forgot to say we're retailing them for $11.25.
$11.25. They are 15% off this week though. So the other colorful one we have, and again, hold that up so we can see the 2 different colors, or like skeinings, right? This is the same colorway. This is Prism. And that Slimer green is in here again, that kind of neon green. I guess, what is it? Is it the juniper over there? That I'm thinking, I'm looking over there. Liz moved the heritage. The jasmine green.
Jasmine.
It's like the jasmine green kind of in the heritage. But there's like a movie type color and a lavender and that bright green and aqua and pink and kind of a salmony coral and that lavender again is what I'm seeing in mine.
And
You've got some darker green
pulled
in
in
there.
the middle, and there's some darker green, almost a Kelly green.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So skein to skein, I want to make, I'm trying to do a crochet along in July because our crocheters haven't gotten any craft along things. I'm debating, I'm pretty much saying we're going to do the Montana bag, which is by Asisa. Asia. I think I've been spelling this wrong online, but Asia. I gotta look at what it says on Ravelry.
Takes about 500 grams of worsted. I bought the pattern and looked at it last
I
night.
thought it was 500 yards. It's 500 grams.
Or yards.
Technically, that's about 2 of these, maybe 3. I want to test the pattern. This is written for worsted weight. It could be, this is a really new pattern. It could be that the pattern is not as good as I thought it was, but I think it's okay.
I looked at it last night. It looked pretty good.
Yeah.
So we'll
I just haven't tested it yet, but like 2 to 3 skeins of this, I have to pick a color and then I have to order more because these come in bags of 5. So yeah, I have to order more. But we just wanted to test these and I'm going to start testing the bag before I order a butt ton more. This is written for worsted weight and this is DK, which is okay. It's just, she recommends going down a hook size or 2. Like she's actually doing that. She says a 3 millimeter, which doesn't
on an
exist.
E hook or E or F hook.
On Ravelry, it says E. Here it says 3 millimeter, which an E is like a 3.25. But anyway, this is recommending an H. So she says go down a hook. I think you should go down at least a couple hooks to make it nice and tight. Because she says you don't have to line it, but depending on how tight the stitches are, you might want to line it depending on what you're going to put in it, right? So I haven't tested, but I would probably get 3 to be on the safe side, which means if anyone wants the color I pick, and I haven't picked a color yet, I'm probably gonna have to buy more. So anyway, going back to this, our last solid is one that's neutrals.
Cumulus.
It's neutrals. What's it called?
Cumulus.
Cumulus, like storm clouds. Not that cumulus clouds are always stormy, but these look a little stormy because it's all shades of gray. Some of the gray has a little bit of a blue tone to it, but it's lots of different shades of gray in my opinion. What do you think? And maybe a little bit of black.
Yeah, like I've got a ring of black and then it's all either a blue gray or like a brown gray. So
neutrals.
Yeah.
Yay. So those are the 3 that we have that are solids. And then there are all these really pretty ones that are kind of speckly stonewashed-y. Are you making sure you have one of each?
yeah,
Okay.
I have one of
Let's go with the bright one.
Okay.
The bright rainbow pastel-y.
is gemstone.
Let's see the difference in skeining. Gemstones. And we've got aqua and purple and bright pink and yellow and probably some green in there that I can't see in mine,
I
but
don't see green.
no straight up green, but I think there's green when it changes from the yellow to the aqua. Just a hint. But so
And
it's
it's a stone washed.
yes, it's definitely got that pales it out a little bit, but it's still nice and bright. That's gemstone. I'm drawn to this one. I might be making my bag
This-
out of this one.
It reminds me of Fraser Island. And when I was
the
opening
Perth.
it, I was like, ooh. It's salt water.
Mm-hmm. And yes, it kind of looks like it. Okay. I see it's not quite a teal, right? It's kind of
It's a dark teal.
it's a dark teal and a charcoaly gray and a light gray and a super light soft blue, but they're all kind of have that stone washed speckly look to it. So I'm kind of digging this, but maybe I should pick something else. We'll see. Let's do this one. You've got there's okay.
This one is strawberry swirl.
Strawberry swirl. It's warm stuff. If you like warm colors, like look at the difference. Like this color in here is out here on this one. It's there. It's just harder to see. So that's like a red speckly stone washed, kind of like a strawberries and cream is what it feels like to me. And then there's like yellowy one, and then light pink, and then more orangey, like kind of a peach, kind of, but orange. And then it's back to the red again. So strawberries and cream with a little bit of orangey stuff in there. Warm reds and oranges and yellows. Yes. So it's like the first half of the rainbow. This one makes me think of watermelon. What's it called?
Juice bar.
Juice bar. Interesting. Again, hold it up. Like that pink is in the very center of this. There's a little bit in there.
And there's a little on the outside of that bowl.
Yeah. So two different colors of green. Like think about like this is why it makes me think of watermelon. It's like think about watermelon rind. The outside dark green, the inside lighter green, and then the pinky red.
Yeah. And
there might be another color in there, but that's what I'm seeing. So a couple different tones of that pinky red, darker and lighter.
Yep.
So super cute. And then is this the last one?
This is the last one.
This is high on my list of what I'm gonna use for this bag as well.
This is succulent.
Succulent. Well, of course, with Spunky Sheep succulent. I'm just digging the succulents right now. This actually makes me think of a combo of Julia's succulent and axolotl love.
Oh yeah.
Because it's kind of like a burnished rainbow in a way. Like it's muted. It's not super bright colors. Go ahead.
Almost borderlining on pastel, but like a richer pastel.
It's like a dusky pastel.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to go with. I see purple and pink and kind of a tan instead of like an orange or a yellow, and like a sagey green going back to the purple in there. It's very soft and dusky, and I really do like it.
Some of it's almost the dusky like a dusty mauve rose. Yeah.
So these are probably winning my heart right now for making a bag, and we'll see. And I'll try to order more of whichever one I decide to cannibalize for my bag. But that is the cotton, and I think we're probably gonna wrap up and not keep this super long. So you already have your name tag on. I haven't done it yet. So we can get going and with our day and maybe set up just in case it doesn't rain and we want to have knit morning or whatever. I can't think straight. I couldn't think straight last night, but I took some headache medicine and I don't feel headachy today. I'm just not thinking straight. That's fun.
How is this different than any other day?
So many fingers I can't give you right now, Liz.
I know.
Because hi. She does this on purpose. Yeah, I shouldn't necessarily be starting a new project because I haven't finished my second ranunculus even, but I'm probably gonna start a new project.
I am already bored with my
I
plot.
keep going on this one, and yay! And don't be bored with your. Are you bored with your Keswick?
It's
Don't tell people that. Well, she can't. What?
It's not that there is a lack of complication to it that I'm
You know what I tell people about having multiple projects is you should have one that's more complicated and one, at least two. One that's more and one that's less complicated. So now that you've got all the complication figured out, it's not complicated.
yeah,
anymore.
like it is.
So
There, she has it written in such a way that it takes all the complication out of it, and
setup was complicated.
Setup, yeah, might have been.
So take a break and work on something more complicated. And then when you're just like, about that, go back to the less complicated. We shall discuss this off camera. So, announcement though, to make that, Dear Becky and Lizzy is going to be on Friday this week. I have an appointment tomorrow morning that will keep us from filming tomorrow morning. I just remembered. And so she gets to sleep in. And as long as you're here to open the shop in case I get held up for my appointment.
Oh, I can be here by now.
So don't panic if you don't see a video from us tomorrow on Thursday. We are going to be filming Dear Becky and Lizzy on Friday. And that gives you an extra day to email questions.
To Liz at sundragonartandfiber.com.
Okay. We will see you tomorrow. We got to go and take care of some of this stuff. Bye.